left over right.
Left
We
over
go
right
right
for
over
men
left.
and right over left.
Okay, so we go right over left. So having said that, if you would think of this onto a mirror, that's your right over left, right? So you want your buttonholes on the right side and your buttons on the left side. Okay? Now how are we going to mark this? It's rather simple. We want 5 buttons on the center front. Those of you who haven't noticed, in one of the handouts that I gave you initially about buying how many yards of fabric and fusible, it did mention that you needed 7 half-inch buttons. Okay, Kat, you have got them right. So let's just take a look at what it looks like, how you can buy it. There you go.
Okay.
Pretty much, it's not very expensive. It's usually a couple of dollars. You can go ahead and buy simple 4-hole buttons, which are half-inch in its diameter. Okay, you want a half-inch diameter for the button because our extension here that we built for the facing and all was based off of a half-inch. Okay, you learn to do that in pattern making. How much should the extension be for a button
How do you
up?
know what
It's
size?
usually based on the button size.
Half-inch. Okay.
Okay,
On the back.
so on the back it says size is half-inch. There you go.
Thank
Okay, so we
See
are
it?
going to go.
That's hers.
We need 7 buttons, 7 half-inch buttons. We're going to use 1 on each cuff, and then we're going to use 5 on the center front. Okay, so here's how we're going to work this. We're going to first of all place our very first button. Okay, a half-inch. I'm going to go a half-inch down from the upper edge and half-inch in. Okay, so we are literally marking that point right there. Okay. Can I have the shirt that got the buttonholes in there? Thank you. And okay. So what you will notice is that the buttonholes are going in the horizontal direction, right? This is a really battered piece of shirt, so don't go off of this. This is not. I'm hoping none of your shirts look like this. Okay, it's pretty bad.
The
The way
buttonholes
it's falling
are-
apart. The buttonholes are like, well, at least the buttonholes are done well. I'm sure some instructor did this so accurately along. Anyways, what we have to do is the point that I just made on her shirt is the starting point. Your button goes from here to the outside. Okay? So make sure that you are working with your button going
About half an inch.
I'm using the centimeters of the ruler. So you are going to go ahead and mark a half inch
I see it.
like that.
Okay.
With the pin right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because we need that guideline for us to be able to set it under the machine and do it. Okay? Now the other thing is, so we went in a half inch, we went down approximately a half inch. Yeah, we did half inch. Okay, so this the dot should be from here to whichever side. Okay. Now once we have set this up, the other one that we are going to determine is going to be at a 3.5 to 4 inch above the hem. Okay. So we can approximately measure that up or use the ruler. Sometimes you see some shirts at 3.5. We can even go as high as 4, so that it gives more room sort of over the hip and fits well. That's where it's meant to be. Okay. And let's just make sure we are half inch in from the
Can
center
you see that
front.
marking?
So the half inch in marking is right there.
You can.
Glasses on, you can
I
see.
know, but
Okay.
I can see it now.
So here you go. We
She's like
have
this.
this. Okay. Can you see that now, Francis?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So once we have done this, typically what you would do is actually figure out where exactly the apex is so that there is a button up at the apex, or keep it simpler, we can even just match up these two, since you're doing 5 buttons, find the midpoint by forming a crease. So I'm matching up these two that I marked, the bottom one and the top one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm creasing here, okay? So I know my next button needs to be right there. Once again, using the ruler on that line, half inch in and half inch drawn out like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2H, yeah, that's okay, we manage it, okay? Likewise, match these two up, form a crease line, and right there, okay? You can measure that up. Make sure it's a ½ inch in and ½ inch out. The machine that we're going to use, I'm going to walk
And
you
we
guys
got one
over to
more,
the next
right?
lab and do it. And you can always bring your, if you're not ready to do the buttonholes today, do the
And you
marking
do that there too.
in class today or at home, whatever. I will help you do this. Okay. The machine is something that I'll work the first couple for you, and you can do the other.
Do I do this
two.
one too?
Yes.